When I am weak, you're telling me that I'm strong. When I'm right, you're telling me that I'm wrong. But I know, now I understand. Now I see your wicked plan. I'm a junglist. When I am weak, you're telling me that I'm strong. When I'm right, you're telling me that I'm wrong. But I know, now I understand. Now I see your wicked plan. I'm a junglist. Why won't you understand? I'm a jungleistic man. Why won't you understand?
Oh, it's that usual reason of me not switching the thing over. Got it. All right, I'm here. Like I said, we're just waiting for people to pop in. This track will be a Christmas present, so it'll pop up soon in a few days. Just gotta finish it.
When I am weak, you're telling me that I'm strong. When I'm right, you're telling me that I'm wrong. But I know, now I understand. Now I see your wicked plan. I'm a junglist.
Just from the hood, I came into the hood, I must be trying.
When I am weak, you're telling me that I'm strong. When I'm right, you're telling me that I'm wrong. But I know, now I understand. Now I see your wicked plan. I'm a junglist.
All right, so that's basically that. Yeah, so welcome to this new thing that I'm just going to call practice sessions because everything else is something sessions so far. So might as well keep it all together because it looks better on YouTube, I guess. Yeah, basically it's going to be like any other feedback stream you've probably watched. Just send me a track. We'll talk about it. Basically. It'll go for a while, just depending on participation. So if lots of people show up, it's going to be a minute. If not, we can just go through the tracks, send more if you want, and go from there. That's that. So, how often will I be doing these? I'm thinking at least every other week, maybe, and kind of alternating. Well, yeah, with like the mixes or something, and then once I'm waiting on a new audio interface because this one has been giving me problems for the last 2 months. So the new one should solve that. Be a lot better. It's a RME Babyface versus the Focusrite Claret that I have. Yeah, and then me just like working on stuff like the production stuff will be a lot more frequent if I can get that down. So yeah, hopefully every other week And in between that time, you can always just like message me personally, and I'll listen to it, give you some ideas. That might actually help better because then I can, write them down or type them out, whatever. And then, yeah. That's also why, like, if you're gonna submit a track, stick it in on SoundCloud. That way, I can leave comments and stuff. Yeah, dude, you can send whatever you like. If it's the 4-bar idea, we can listen to it. We can discuss it. Seriously. If you want to send a recording of you whistling it to, it's like, oh, that could definitely be this. But it's up to you. I know exactly how that is. I remember like way back on flights, feedback streams, and I was like, I don't have anything to send, or I would send them something. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't have. Like, we're our own worst critics, so hopefully everyone, gets this. We're just trying to help each other out. So, oh, sick, Scud. Oh man, you like released this already. It's already good. It's literally like certified by serial killers, but I'll give you my idea. All right, let's get started. I guess while my coffee machine maker bubbles in the back. All right, so this is from Hallow. I don't know if they're in here. Said they might be busy. But yeah. Let's jump into it. Time permitting, we'll just listen through the whole track every time. Unless you specifically don't want us to. About Hallow's music is their piano work is always awesome. I already listened to it last night, so kind of got a leg up on everybody else. Yeah, really liking that one. Feel free like discussing the comments while I think of stuff. That's why I like typing things out first of all, because I can like listen through it a few 4 times. But this will help. Really digging that piano work. Of course, you can just kind of like the sound of it too, because pianos are really tough to get working, especially when you have drums and everything else. They take up so much like frequency space, and it's really nice. I like the pacing, the emotion. Like I like the pacing of it. kind of how everything is very kind of simple. All you get just your drums, your piano, your strings, like the little flute section, or is it flute? Or would it be like a clarinet? Because they're kind of close in sound, but go listen back. Yeah, flute. Okay. Yeah, but past that, I think just kind of keep up with it. You have it on V4, so you've been like going through iterations, and I know how you normally work, so it's probably gonna turn out great anyway. Yeah, I'll like leave you a comment. Since you sent this like in an email, I'll just reply to that. So yeah, that's first track down. We're on a roll. All right, this next one's from what do we call him last time? IKEA Man, Scalagram. Hopefully this doesn't get flagged because apparently it got taken straight down by SoundCloud when he tried to upload it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors or the woo up drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kick in your door and swat you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop. Half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I ball a lot. Bitch on your stony, I do what I want. Yeah, yeah. Hey. Yeah, yeah. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors or the woo up drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kick in your door and swat you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop. Half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I ball a lot. Bitch on your stony, I do what I want. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors or the woo up drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kick in your door and swat you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop. Half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I ball a lot. Bitch on your stony, I do what I want. Yeah, yeah.
Taking this so far, I don't know the original all that well, but I feel like I kind of got an idea of it. I mean, so far, I think it works. I like it, but I don't know if like the repeating vocal would get too repeaty. I don't know if I'm saying it any better than that. Like, is that just how the track works? Does it fit that way?
Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors or the woo up drop. If you busy plotting on what I got, kick in your door and swat you thought. $100,000 on the tabletop. Half price my whip, same price my watch. Got no jumper, but I ball a lot. Bitch on your stony, I do what I want. Candy paint with the white on top. Lambo doors or the woo up drop. If you busy.
Okay, yeah, I kind of just skipped through because I've kind of felt out the structure. But yeah, I like it. I think like the structure, the pacings, all that stuff's good. I think you can, and this is me not knowing what the original sounds like, so I think you can probably like try and maybe do a little bit more with the vocal in my limited experience. But yeah, I think it works. It's nice and short, to the point. Really like the sonics of it, especially with Dropbox compressing the hell out of it, so it sounds a little crunchy, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't want to download it. Not, whatever. Just keep this moving, I guess. But yeah, I think the next thing would just be, mixing it so everything has a bit more space and like the drums a little bit more divine. But I also feel like I'm saying that because it sounds weird because it's being compressed by Dropbox. Yeah. Yeah, you can drop it in Discord. There's like a file limit, I know. So if it's short enough, it'll work. Or you can drop like a Dropbox link. That's cool. Yeah, perfect. Glad you found something. But yeah, that was the IKEA Man, Scalagram. Catch him on Thursdays, D&B Radio with True North Show. That's all the advertisement I'm doing for free. Next, we have Robbie T. Hope I'm saying that right. Let's go. Okay, completely different vibes. I'm digging it. Atmosphere. Like alienish effect on the side is awesome. I'm really digging this. Yes, one person got the reference. Thank you. Yeah, you can. I mean, it's not too busy, so I can just add it to the queue. Loving the drums and the bass on this. It's got a really just deep and like weighty feeling, almost kind of like some like tempa style, like dubstep, the more minimal laid back stuff. I really like it. Like kind of like Skeptical's last album, just super weighty in that low end. Picking that. I think if you introduce that little feel, a little dropout, just a little bit smoother, that'd be awesome. All good, Kyle. No one's mix has to be perfect. I really love this. Is sick. I think what you can probably, in my opinion, I think what could help is like a lot of detail work, just making sure like the transitions and like your feels and things come in the way you want them to. It's like how you have a kind of like a splashy clap every like third bar in a phrase or something like that. I can't completely remember, but like it comes out, but I think it can make more of an impact with maybe a bit like of a longer, wider reverb. Like everything is so dry, which is good because then you can toss some reverb in there now and then, and it'll really just like take the ear and like push things forward, I think. Then you have that like mono reverb on the kick, and I think just to blend it a bit better but still keep that effect for space, you can pull the timing, like the tail back just slightly, so you have more like of a gated sound. So it's in there but it's pulled back, and I think like the space between the notes will emphasize like the groove and the impact and a little bit of just like the, I don't know, like the up and down kind of feeling that keeps it going. Also, I think this would work a bit faster. That's what I was feeling the whole time. Like it's really steppy. I like it, but I think like it's gonna, when it gets thrown into a mix, it's definitely going to be pitched up, made a bit faster, and I think it will really work like that. But that's definitely like a creative choice. So maybe experiment that, try it. I think it's a great idea. But yeah, overall, this is really cool. I think you could flesh out the atmosphere a bit more, just so it feels a bit more airy. I think you got like the tone down for sure, but like some, again, reverb, delay, whatever you want to throw on it, just to give it a bit of, I don't know, shine or something in the real, and like the top end, that would be really cool. Yeah, thanks for sending. That's when you like work on this a bit more and you finish, get where you want, please send it to me, because I would love this track. Yeah, that's that. All right, it's from Hulkenberg. I think he said he might not be able to make it in here earlier, or when he sent this. So, but yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. You can watch it back. Put that volume back up. It's all good, Scud. I know what I'm getting into. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright. So we're taking like the halftime vibe in this. A bit more beats, more Foley focus. Similar glitch hop a little, I feel. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea so far. I don't know if I have a whole lot to say about it because I feel like it's all there and it's just kind of in it's working, and basically, keep at it, finish it, flesh out the structure a bit more. I think it could benefit from a bit more movement, similar to how like a lot of, let's say, old school or like boom bap hip hop is, where everything else but the kick is sidechain to the kick, and it gives it like a little pumping when it comes in and out. I think it could benefit from that, but again, that's a creative choice. Be awesome. Hey Vic, nice for you to make it in. Please submit a track, or I can play your track for the comp if you want. I have to find it. Yeah, back on topic. Yeah, that's all I have to say for that one. Also, everyone else, go in the channel, the Discord place. Check out these links if you want on your own. Leave some comments. Talk to each other. I don't know. Or don't. Lurk. That's what I do all the time. Where we at? All right, so we have Scud now. The professional who already has his track on serial killers and still wants to know what I think. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Pretty sick. I'm pretty sure I listen to this, but let's do it anyway. I hope it doesn't get like flagged, because I'm pretty sure serial killers is on that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, it's normally, it'll be okay. It's like, these aren't monetized anyway, so it'll probably be fine. Disappear for a second to grab some coffee. I have heard this, but I'll come back to listen to the rest. Always like the kind of deep house inspired sound, bass line. It's hard not to make that sound good when you use it. Hello, perspective shift. Oh, and you just joined. Glad to make another friend. I always sound sarcastic, by the way, or just kind of monotone. It gets worse sometimes. But, yeah. Super, appreciate it. That's what it is. that idea I know I have. I keep saying that. I've been saying it for so long. It's like half the reason I don't get around to doing streams a lot, because like I'll just work on this idea or get things ready to send to someone, and then I get caught up in the project, and an hour later, like, whoa, I don't have time. Or because of like the time difference, I'm like, oh, I can just send it later because that's when it'll be up anyway. Then I'll be something. I'll forget. Yeah, I'm definitely. I feel like it was the one in the Discord channel. It was Kyle's, I believe. If we scroll, incredibly bare bones, but here we go. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. I definitely hear what you mean about the bass, but I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I also have like SonarWorks stuff on for like my headphones. Sometimes it doesn't make too much of a difference. But sometimes it does play through the stream audio and sometimes it doesn't. But to your track, I like it. The cool thing about like really short ideas and like this is that there's so much potential for it. Like you got really good ideas going with the drums. I like the bass, like the little riff you got going on. You can definitely just, as you go forward, expand on that. And if I had to give you one thing to focus on, it would be the drums right now, because I feel like they have the potential to be like really fat, nice and techy, minimally, and have a really great sound. I like the snare you got going on, the kick you got. I think you can just balance it out a bit more, flesh it out. It could use, in my opinion, some just more sounds, not necessarily different. I think you got a lot of good stuff there, but just like spacing it out, alternating like the rhythms and stuff, so it's not consistently the same. The percussion, not the kick and snare, that's fine. But yeah, and just creating like a bit more variation and an overall like what's full sound? Is that? I don't think that's what I'm going for. A more I feel like sophisticated is a dumb word, but yeah, just like a more not thought out. See, I don't know where I'm going, but just like evolve it into something more fleshed out. I think you can. Of course, it'd be hard to compare yourself to, but it has like kind of a Mephius vibe to it. So you compare that just for like rhythmic purposes, not necessarily to get to that level of sound design right now. I think that is always something we can all like aspire to, but you can definitely do your head in trying to just focus on that. So yeah, thanks for putting it together and sending it in. I know it's a lot. It's like putting yourself out there when it's just like a raw idea and someone can just rip it apart based on little to nothing. But I think you got a lot of potential there. Next in line, let's do someone new before we repeat. So we got Perspective Shift. Oh, yeah, sweet. We got more tracks. Don't listen to it in there. Pop it over here. My two no trust issues. Also, really sick picture, artist pick. I needed to get one of those done with me, like actually DJing, which is, I mean, I could do, I guess, myself, but it wouldn't look so cool in here versus out there, like in a club. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Burn my tongue a little bit more. The idea is to get to everyone, so please call me out if I miss something. That's awesome. I think that the best ones come from just whatever situation you're in. Like my new one, I literally stood in the middle of a field the other day and froze, but I got it. Out of like 100 ones that just didn't work out. Digging the vocal. Sure. Really solid drum break. I love that clap. Atmosphere is as hot as this coffee I'm trying to drink right now. They are liquid. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream right there. Oh, shout out last night. Didn't know you were in there. I'm already following you, so I feel like whatever. Somebody just clicked. Sweet. Just trying to catch who's next first. Oh, everybody just put it. Yeah, I'm digging it. I think you could have a good shot sending this anywhere, really. I'm have to look and start getting what yeah, okay. That's why. Because Glitch and Geo always send some tracks. Yeah, everything is like spot on. I think if you're gonna keep working on it, like you'll know what you need more than I would and pick out. I feel like it's at that point where like only you hear the things that need changing or something. I think the vocals are great, and then you could play with them just a little bit with like maybe some delays, just like some ear candy stuff, throwing them around the stereo field for sure. Yo, Petrol, nice to have you in there. Yeah, that's all real comments. Like your atmosphere is on point, drums, digging the bass, everything's mixed really well. Honestly, at this point, it's just kind of what else do you want to throw in there to kind of make it interesting? Like I said, with effects, like nothing else, nothing like main, but effects here and there. I think that it's like either do it or in a way you feel or don't, but it wouldn't take away your ad. It wouldn't take away anything, but it could add something. I don't know. We're like this. Thanks for sending it, man. Let's go next. It's from last night. Okay. Now I know because your name, I didn't look. Discord is Alaska. Hi, hope you're having a good day. Here's a song and I'm working on. Lyrics are below. I'm having a great day so far. I'm glad, yeah, you're writing lyrics. I've been doing that lately because I guess to take a little break from feedback. We're all good. Almost an hour in. This is going great. Yeah, I've been trying to get used to working on more like vocal things. I never thought it would happen, but I have like a track with my this beautiful voice, this radio voice on it. I'm not like singer or anything. But yeah, it's gonna be on my EP, which is I think should be at the beginning of the year. The one on Cold Fat. It's 2 tracks. Could play it later. This isn't, or you've heard it. You guys, you haven't heard it with vocals. You've heard it, the instrumental by itself. Yeah. It's in the ways to fill in breaks or something like that video. Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to this. Gonna help follow you because I always need new stuff to listen to. Now, this you singing or like friend, or you don't have to say if you don't want to, you know? Oh, it's nice. Thanks. I'm digging it. You should, if you don't, link up with Hallow. Does a lot of their own vocals. And they're also in the Discord quite a bit. Sick. Yeah, they do a lot of their own stuff. I think you can help each other for sure. Maybe it's just the section, but I think you can mix them a bit higher so we can really hear them. Oh, that's awesome. Glad you know. I've gotten to know them over the past year. It's been really awesome. I'm digging this. Like the ARPs going on, kind of like the lo-fi feeling. There's a really cool interplay between all the different melodic parts. That's something I'm trying to work on right now, with actually playing more. High notes, that's how you get more emotion out of it, yes. Digging it. I've never said digging it more than I have today, so walk on it. I think this has so much potential for different versions and different just like remixes or takes on it. It's really like really good job. I like it. Not to take away from it at itself. I just love when there can be a tune that could go in so many different directions, and it's like, oh, I like it. How'd you settle on that? Ooh. Okay. Only issue with that is you can introduce it a little bit better, in my opinion. I think it's a little abrupt, but if you tease, okay, I'll just let it finish out and I'll talk about it. Oh, nice. 10 people are here. That's a record. Yeah, it's really awesome. I think the surprise. I love it. Definitely a surprise. But I think it's like a compositional like trick. You could introduce it later on. You could introduce it earlier on. Just maybe like a bit of an idea. So it's slower tempo, different rhythm. You can just really just copy paste, throw it in somewhere earlier, and it'll kind of fight against that tempo and that rhythm. But if you have it just in there subtly, maybe broken, fragmented across, when it comes time for that transition, it won't seem as like not out of place, but as abrupt. and it's like a trick that's hard to pick up on, and not that something that's you're not really gonna hear too much, because it's one of those like compositional things that happens in like orchestral music and stuff like that, which is a lot of my background. So I think of that every now and then. Like, you just, like, in the beginning, you might tease an idea, but it might be 20 minutes before you get there. But then when it does get there, there's a huge payoff, because like, I've been hearing this. I feel like I've been hearing this. And now here it is. Yeah. So I think you can try working with that. But other than that little idea of the lyrics, of the vocal, yeah, it takes doing your own vocals takes a lot. It's just like you spend so long getting used to just making tracks and then putting them out there for the potential for people to say anything, and then actually putting your own voice. And yeah, so that's really awesome. Like, I don't think you're like hiding it, it's pitching up a vocal. I think that's like a stylistic thing that really works, especially with this track. So, it's fake said. It's lovely. Please send more. Yep. Now to their track. Always good. They're gonna be on this compilation I'm working on everyone's tracks. Hopefully they go somewhere. I got a notification. Oh, you're following me now. Sweet. And their hello is right there. Commented on my tracks. Can always depend on them to just give me a little boost every day, every now and then. Yeah, it really is hard. That's awesome. I think this will be recorded so you can watch back. And if you want any more, I guess, advice or thoughts, just always send it to me. I'm always available. Basically. If I'm asleep, I'm asleep. But that doesn't happen. Just ended and I wanted more. Yeah, as usual, you're really on point with what you were doing. Also, while I have you here, how do you like want your like name pronounced? Cause like it looks like Vake, Vaque, but then on like you have Twitter when it's Vokey, I believe. So just let me know. Just want to say the right thing. But yeah, drums, everything's just there. I wish I could give you more. I feel like I know your music well enough to know you're gonna take it somewhere to a really good place, basically, once you really flesh out the ideas. Yeah, Vake, got it. Thank you. Why don't you spell it with a kid? I'm just kidding. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, you could teach me how to do better atmosphere like that. If you want to share your secrets with everyone, I'm sure we'd all benefit from it. Petro's still around. You should get in touch with him. He, I think, co-runs Differential. Did they get like new label of the year, I believe? I'm trying to work from memory. I could look it up. But yeah, I think it my opinion, it's similar to a lot of stuff they release. And I think if you put something together, they will give it a listen. Yeah. Are we out of tracks? No, we're not. We're going into repeats now. Another one from IKEA, man. Scholar Girl. The one thing you sent didn't work, so we'll see if this one works.
All I have ever seen is a bunch of notes from an electronic hunk of metal.
Jeez. Maybe add a little... No, I'm not going to say that. Let me listen to the whole thing first.
Establish contact with Base Orion.
Deals. Maybe
they want to get back to Earth and to their families.
Progressively open like a filter low pass over it, so it gets more intense as you go. That's all I gotta say.
Spaceships in that part of space?
What's up, Adam? Didn't know you were in here. Thanks for... Oh, man. That's super... Just... Yeah, exactly. Did not expect that at all. Just keep going with that idea. You got it. I think with kind of like your first bar, how the Reese just kind of drives upward or somewhere, you could completely take out the drums there. I think that will really emphasize the impact when it all comes in later on. Like Noise, you do it a ton. Basically anyone around that, like what? It's 2012, 2011 era, like neuro, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's really awesome. Like Shell Shock, Noisia, and whoever the vocalist, I can't think of it right now, but they do it in there. Yeah, that's all I got right now. Or I could be completely wrong. Who knows? You could turn it into something liquidy like you usually do. That could work if you do it right. That's what I do. Like, have one idea, have like 3 separate ideas that are totally unrelated, then force them all together. Yeah, I heard the Skrillex thing in there. I just didn't want to. I figured it'd be kind of obvious, but I think it'd be cool. Just like self-release it. Just, yeah. Now, we got Kale. Let's go. Good piano. Nice. It's starting to cool down a little bit. Makes you drink it. While we're listening to this, I really like it so far. I want to see like if I have anything on SoundCloud that isn't something we've all heard already. That's okay. You gotta start somewhere. And empty isn't necessarily bad. It was a like initial idea, so you have that to work with. Ooh, we could listen to the first track I ever made. If you guys didn't see that one yet, I know it's private, but if you've been in Discord for a while, you've probably heard it. Yeah, nothing older than that. We can check that out next. I want you to rip it apart. Not this track. I really like this. Are you also in the chat? The YouTube chat? Maybe not. But you can watch this back, and I'll send you a message just to let you know. Yeah, it's just a comment on what Kyle said. I think that's like the benefit of these is everyone is in a different place. Like we have people just starting out. Then we got Scud who's on serial killers and we're jealous of. But it's okay because we can literally learn from everyone. You know? Oh, okay, sweet. It's you. Wait, it is? Did I just like ignore your name the first time we listened to it? Okay, yeah. Sorry. That happens. I don't mean anything bad by it. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, we all start somewhere. Kyle, Kale, got it for sure. My name's Duncan Winslow. I just stuck with the Winslow part because I'm lazy. I feel like switching a Y for an A. Top. But yeah, just as long as you, not that you have to, but you hang out here. There's a lot of good people I think will help you. Fake for sure is like if you post anything, automatically they're going to just let you know how they feel about it. Always something positive, even if something there's to work on. Everyone else super nice. And we're just trying to help each other, you know? Again, you can always send me things just directly. But yeah. There's a few repeats. I think we can go to another Scud tune. Just whatever's at the top. Nice. You also have a topic page. I have one, but it has like a lot of other people's music on it, which is really annoying. Or someone else who's also calling them my name. I mean, I guess it's their name, but like it's actually my name. Alright, and I'm just gonna, my first track I ever made, D&B track in 2011. And I was just learning to produce. We'll do that next. And it'll be in the Discord. So you can find it. But digging this. Definitely a mix. Let's stick it in this channel. We're gonna clear out the other one. Just so it's organized. And we don't like repeat. Leave your likes if you don't have anything. Oh yeah, Scholarjam. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do first, but I think I want to put that remix out some way, sometime in the future, near future, I think, for the next project. Scud, as usual, this is sick. Nice, deep, dirty roller, just moves on. Wrong chat. Yeah, I think his comment is a good thing for everyone to kind of focus on. It's like making music to mix versus listen. Like, if you're mixing, you're going to be in and out of this pretty fast. And that makes a difference versus something that's drawn out and, takes forever to develop. And both are right. Just, it's about the context, So while something might seem boring while you're sitting back, it'll go off in a mix live, So I feel like it's a good thing to pay attention to here and there. Like sometimes you have to just switch or look at things from a different point of view, and then they might be a bit easier digestible, or you know, I could listen to Foghorns all day, but sometimes it's not the vibe where you want to lay down or something at the end of the day. This is definitely the vibe for right now, as the caffeine starts to hit. Oh look, it's me down there. Terrible. Also, I'd like to draw your attention to the new thumbnail design I'm going to start working with. It's a YouTube thing. I don't know, but I think it works. It's a bit more put together looking, I think. Oh, sick. Got one from Patron. With the differential hat right there. So, represent. Oh, I guess while I have you all here. Hey, it's Hello. They made it in. Hope your hair is looking great. Or you just wear a hat like me. Just kidding. Alright, I'm gonna go dig something out of my closet real quick. So, kind of reminds me. So I got this shirt, right? You guys know I put out an EP last week, and I have this shirt with the thing on it. Now, the only reason I haven't told anybody this is because it kind of looks terrible. Like, however they did it, it's like an iron-on. I guess that's how you would have to do a photo in the first place. But, yeah, I'm gonna kind of work on more things. Please stop. Nice, no, just keep bugging them. Yeah, so I think I might just try to give this away somehow. Like, I'll mail it wherever. But I don't really want to wear it until I get a design right. But if anyone wants an exclusive, one of one shirt with a picture on it, I will mail it to you. I just got to figure out how to do it, how to go about picking someone. So that's the thing. Look at all the stuff I watch, photography videos. Anyway, yeah. So I said we'd hate on me for a little bit, critique this. This is also this is a picture from maybe a few years after. It's just weird, but yeah, it's already bad. FL Studio. Full screen, what? Oh, the camera. Okay, there it is. That's basically the album art. I'm trying to figure out how to put it. And it's just it's a basic T-shirt. But, yeah. I feel like the thing will pull off eventually. Yep. Hate on this. I knew nothing about drum and bass then. Basically, the one guy who comments on all the UKF videos, this should be in Need for Speed, whatever the number. Yeah, that's all I really knew. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, no idea of structure, nothing. Download a sample pack and go to work, basically. I'm trying to figure out what I could do with it now, but it's too weird. Yeah. Last night, I also have a little surprise switch in a few seconds. Yep. Oh, it's like I just mixed in a new track. This is cringy for me, but I know I'm not there anymore. It was a necessary step. That's how I look at it. Yep. It gets better or worse depending on what you want to look at it. Oh, it's the pup. Yeah, I'll look at that in a second. Massive for the win. If it was, I feel sure it was massive. But what's his name? The Kent. Flux Pavilion. There you go. Basically his sound from that era. That year. Repetitive, annoying. Here we go. Hey Kyle, this is terrible, I think. And I'm my own worst critic, but you know, whatever, I do nothing. But compare this to, I guess, whatever you think of like my music now. There's a lot more to it. You just learn things as you go. We all literally start somewhere. And this is where I started. And it gets even better. I don't even remember this part because I skip through it every now and then. I think I could do something like the whoop whoop sound. Just make like a riff around that. But I don't know. Good idea, Baker. I think that's kind of what I was thinking. Also, it's 7 minutes long. Why? Like, please let me know. Stop it. Or just the whole thing. Dance, neuro, step, jump, dub. Oh, then we like break it down into halftime. A little hip hop. I don't know what's going on here. Look. You can call it rhythm now? Does that work? No, it's not. I didn't know anything. Okay, here's the breakdown. What is it? It's not. Oh shit. Only 2 minutes left. Yeah, I'm so happy this is yeah. Exactly. And this was rollers before rollers were a thing. Like, it doesn't stop. And there's a little bit of beauty in it, I get it. You can call it that. It's more like a puddle, because it's not really flowing and going anywhere. It's just kind of like mosquito water. I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's gonna stop at some point. There it is. The pianist in me. Not knowing what the fuck was going on. I don't think Inja could keep going for that long. That guy never runs out of breath. But yeah, that's that. Let's go to something real by Patron. I think they're back in here. Yep, that's him. Yeah, that was something. And I didn't make drum and bass, I think, I didn't try again from that track till maybe 2013. So enough in between. Yeah, or sample it. Or, I mean, if you want to download it, I'll put it up for download. And then you can, like, rip it apart. I know I have the project file still because it's super basic. So, if that's a thing, just, like, let me know. Real music, let's go. Already digging the intro. Oh, yeah. If I back up, it definitely gets quiet. Sorry, I didn't say much. I like how it was like kind of minimal and steppy, almost like Jam Thieves. And then just lush and melodic just comes in. Really good. Certified by Hallow, so you're onto something. You want reference? Look at this. Okay. Ooh, like that. That kind of goes on off beats. Keys for sure. Oh, now I got a bit more shuffly rhythm in there. Yeah. Rhythm is my favorite thing to play with. So if a track's got that down, I automatically like in love with it. Yes. Dude, this is sick. Can't wait to hear however you finish it. It's like kind of swinging triplets thing you got going on. It's really cool. Yeah, I think it works super well. Like, it really keeps, like, you have all these kind of similar but different ideas going on that just, like, I thought it was going to be one thing at first, then it was another thing, like, and I was completely just, like, taken from that 32 bars later when, like, the melodic stuff comes in. And then, yeah, it just kept my interest, like, the entire time, and I was just, like, waiting for what's the next thing. And then even though it wasn't more of the same, after that break, that was like the best I don't know, I couldn't be disappointed. Like if it was more of the beginning but just like fleshed out, I would have loved it. But you switched it up completely and that just like drew me in so much more. So I think it could work how it is. It's like for like a listener's track, but if you want to like make a longer, or you're gonna make it into like a longer edit, this would be sick. Yeah. Thanks for sending this in. Who's next? What was next? Oh, we're just kind of repeating. Yeah, dude. Just finish that. Let me know how it goes. back on fake with 11 seconds. It's gonna be great. I like it. I know that's. I can't. I think it has potential. Just keep pushing it. Like the space on the upper mid sound. For sure. Yeah, I think you did a good job of that. It's definitely interesting, and it makes sense the entire time. Like nothing's out of place. It's just. It's like a nice surprise because you don't know what to expect as it goes, and then you're kind of like, oh, that's nice. Oh, I didn't see that coming. That's really cool. Yeah. Rewind. Yeah, I think the beginning of the riff. You could try not sitting on this. Yeah, definitely Hollow the Portamento. I was going to think about that. But I feel like that's what I feel like that's going to be one of those things that you just kind of change as the track goes on. Like you switch back and forth until you figure out what you want. But other than that, yeah, I think it's a solid idea. What else do we have? Definitely. I don't want to like there's more like whips or whatever that I have, but I don't want to focus on that unless you guys just want to listen to that. Listen to like one of them in between every now and then. I think you sent me, we got the pup one, we got the dog, we got this one, warping piano, or we have the one with your pup. Which one do you want us to listen to first? Oh, yeah. Perspective's not in here. I think he said he'd be back later. We're going to listen to this track. It's going to be on the compilation I'm working on, and it's not on Apple Music, so go away. No, don't care about any of that. But it's called Waking Dream. We can get to them, for sure. Yeah, we did yours first. So if you want to just like rewind all the way back to the beginning now, you can. Or watch it back. I'm going to dig out something for you guys to look at real quick. So this is Perspective. It's called Waking Dream, and it's going to be on a compilation I'm putting out at some point in the next few months. I think we're shooting for February right now. It's called Winslow and Friends Volume 1. And this is the first track I mastered for it. Yeah, go for it. We got time. I think I'm gonna have to cut it off around in a half hour, 40 minutes. So we got plenty of time. artwork for my EP on Gold that I thought I had it saved. Yeah. Out next month. This has just been in the like making, I guess. Like so many things have like come up and then kind of like fell through, and yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna drop a lot of music towards the end of the year because I don't see the point of waiting years for a label to maybe decide that they want to release it. Like, I don't know if you read like through the notes, or I've talked about it a few times, but Spectre Detector was supposed to be on Shogun. And they were like fully into it, like a full EP, not all those tracks, but that one and like a few other ones. And then they just kind of changed their mind, which is okay. Like I'm completely all right with that. But it's just kind of frustrating because I like having music out. I'm very impatient, so I just kind of do it myself. Like the cool thing about that is like I have their attention. I have their, I have like a direct email to like A&R guys now. I feel like I'd be on the radar, so at some point when I do make something good enough, which could be next week, could be a year from now, who knows, I can get their attention. So I got my foot in the door, and that's all that really counts at this point. Yeah. We are listening to that. We're not doing it again. So these are the masters for that EP. One track you've heard. Nope, you haven't heard that. You have, but not that's the final version with the vocals and whatnot. You've heard this one though. Back in the day. We'll get that later though. Yeah, send Scholar Cream your track so you can have something new to play on the radio. True North, Thursdays at, you can tell them the time. I don't remember. It's normally like around noonish here, I think. So, all right. So what's next? I think Scud was next. I'm honestly not sure, but he's there, so he can tell you. All right, Scud again, I guess. Let's go. 33 seconds of bliss. Let's hear it. What the fuck? I'm digging this. Yeah, I listen to it back a lot, and because I'm usually like just waking up or something, or I'll miss it. So yeah, that's sick, Scott. I'm digging. I keep saying digging, and I don't say that a lot, so I don't know why it's coming up now. But yeah, it's really cool. All right, tell me how this sounds, because I think the pronunciation is there. But Groningen, is that how you say it? I've been like practicing Dutch for a long time. Yeah, because back when I was doing like progressive house, everyone was like a Dutch person I was talking to. So I did learn for a bit, but I can't say anything else. I can kind of pronounce words, or at least know how. But yeah, close enough, probably. Groningen, a little bit, or I'm not going to try anything else. I'm not I embarrassed myself earlier with that track, so let's go with Patron again. Yeah, we could say Groningen. That's terrible. or like cities in the UK where like it's like Leicester instead of Leicester or however it's spelled, or I'm not gonna try that right now. That just looks so hard to say. Dude, this is it's like kind of lazy, hypnotic-y sounding. Then you throw in the melodic bits, and it's just like threw me for a curveball again. Yeah, Leicester, or Leicester City. My favorite like grime MCs, Kamikaze, is from there. I love this like stereo you got going on. It just like draws you in even more. Oh yeah, one more. We'll get to that. But that's all my ideas. That's all I always think. It's like, yeah, if I was in the middle of it all, definitely. But I feel like there'd be so much competition, like of people who are just there. Like just being in a place and being like a familiar face can get you like so far, even if maybe like your music isn't there or something. Yeah, basically what I was thinking. I think Flight brought up a like good point of that in the other Discord we're in. Like it's like over here, everything's new and there's space for everyone like to have their own lane, their own like scene, their own like things. But over there, it's just like you've basically grown up with drum and bass, and it's like a household thing. Over here, no one knows what it is outside of like circles within cities that are hundreds of miles apart. So it's, I know, I feel like there's pros and cons to each, you know. But I hope to like make it over in like the next year or so. That'd be awesome. Once again, Patron does it. This is really sick. Now we're back to the. You said the. Which one did you say? Or which chat did you say it in? There aren't a ton of US labels yet. Or I guess not a ton. I mean, a few. There aren't like many. There's Reed Speed's label, Play Me. Honestly, there are a few more, and I don't know. There are a lot of like really small, like let's get in on what's popular kind of labels right now. Because like they reach out to me, and that's cool, but I don't want to just do that just cause, you know. At some point, it's like, is this working, or is this worth it or not? Yeah, so I'm trying to like keep it like submit tracks, but I got it so far. Also, I don't like if something gets flagged in the stream and then it's like, if you take out the audio, you can keep the video up or keep it in, and then like, I don't get these aren't like monetized anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I like the chat on the screen, so no matter what happens, you can still see what everyone's saying about your track, hopefully, and all that. So anyway, Warping Piano, I feel like I've heard this, but it was like version earlier than 10. Yeah, Play Me is very like dance floor D&B oriented. I think you got Flight Pattern from Random Movement. They're really good. the more groovy, liquidy stuff. Hope to work with him at some point. The Rad Movement had his album, which is awesome. Yeah, I've heard this. Wait, you sent this to me for something. I don't know. But yeah, there just aren't many labels. I've like always contemplating starting one, but that's just so much work. Like if I did, it would just be my tracks for a while. So I don't know. Oh yeah, you sent me 2 things. This was one of them. And the other one was the groovy, sampley one. Okay. Sounds of the True North, IKEA Man Scalagram, incoming. Yeah, Soul Deep and Scott Allen. There it is. Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, that was the idea. Is to do that, and I'm still like thinking about it. Like, I could go. Like, I was looking at Label Engine, and you don't have like. There's not an upfront cost, but basically. Yeah, there's no upfront cost, so I could do that. But you have to like apply and then get accepted. So we'll see how that goes. Still time. And then there's what to call it. I've been thinking of that too. What would I call my own label? Really cool piano work. And just everything you got going on. Like how it doubles with the bass, so it's a lot of movement and it just
to round out the family band. And so I was born into that role. And as I'm older, I'm looking back on it now that I'm kind of called a teacher. When I look back on that and how I was taught, I realized that I wasn't really taught.
Man, those titles are something. Like, I tried to do the serious route in like the beginning. I was like, I just can't, you know. And then I was listening to the let it drop. Yeah, I was listening to the like hospital podcast like work at some point like a year or 2 ago. And on Electricity, Tony was like, pro tip, name your track something that's easy to like come up in a search and super interesting. So even if no one listened to it, if someone doesn't listen to it, they'll remember it. And from there, I'm like, I'm just going to name things super wild and see how that goes. They'll all be like inside jokes to me, somewhat. Yeah. Like Spectre Detector, that wasn't his first name. It was The Scary Door, which is from Futurama. Like some little thing that happens every like, it might have happened twice in like the 9 seasons of the TV show, but it was just funny. And it's supposed to be like spooky, like Twilight Zone-ish. It's like, I don't really like how that sounds. And then I changed it to Spectre Detector, because I was like, Ghostbusters, like you're looking around, you have like a little apparatus thing that's making a ton of noise, it's searching for ghosts. So I was like, yeah. Then to bring back Futurama, I named Spice Weasel after the thing that's in there, so it's like one of my favorite TV shows. Yeah, and then if you want to get worse, like the weirdest name title that I have titled a track is Ants in My Pants. I was like, I'm just going with that. And that's one of them that I sent to Shogun with Spectre Detector. And they're like, the guy who's like, I don't know I thought I'd never say this, but I really love Ants in My Pants. Yeah. So that was, yeah, names are just weird. They all start weird. Like I have a note with just like names. I don't want to show them to you because then they'll get stolen. I'm just kidding. But if you go through all these, just a few of them, we got like Infatuation Station. That just rhymes and it's cool. It's like, then I just try to come up with a story after it. Like, oh, there's like people in love splitting up at like a train station or something. Yeah, Ants in My Pants. I would just like, when I would send it around as demos, I would just abbreviate it just so it wouldn't look too like weird. Cosmic F, another Futurama reference. Fresh Cakes. If you listen all the way to the end of the track, there's a sample from Ted 2, the movie, where he just talks about like the urinal cakes for some reason. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Check the Other Castles, like a chiptune thing. And I was like, if Mario, like how when you play Mario, like the princess isn't in this castle, it's in the other one. So I thought about that. Then they kind of get more serious, I guess, until I didn't start caring. Like there's Windmills Don't Work That Way, which is another reference to Futurama. Yeah. Anyway, what's next? We got Hallow with Snow ID V6. Think we can check this one out if you want. Ooh, that picture reared its head again. That's like Arch Origin. I mean that works. I feel like a lot of people go to like the Wu-Tang name generator, like Childish Gambino or anything else. Yeah, I tried that too when I was thinking of like artist names. I think I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. Let's just go with my name. Okay, yes, Blackjack. Had an idea. If you want to like put out like a project that's just all Futurama reference names, I'm totally down to do that because I have like 2 or 3 right now, and I'll definitely do more in the future. Also, from your comment from last week or two about how to send like labels, I'm currently working on that. So, just putting together the ideas how to say it right. Saw you commented on Artifact's stream yesterday, the same thing. So, I want to help you out with that for sure. It's the best I got. Yeah, that was, I know I wasn't really paying attention, but I think it's really cool. I definitely got the snow vibes from it. Just like the somewhat crunchy like noise you have over the pad and all that. It's atmospheric, kind of liquidy, kind of not mushy, but I don't know, watery a bit, snowy. It gives like that perfect vibe usually. I think you can definitely get Bob's attention. He just seems like a really like approachable guy. But I think it could be a little bit more glitchy if you want to go like the for sure microfunk route. But I think it'd be fine how it is too, or however it ends up being once you finish it. I like how this really like switches up the rhythm a bit to kind of something steady to something a bit more like swingy and steppy. And then now it's like back into like the smooth consistentness. Yeah. Smooth and consistent. There. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. I think it's one of those like creative choices. I think that it's a either or. I think you made a good choice. All right. Just so we can listen to all of Scud stuff. Bam. Let's go with this. New 13, we're hitting records. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Not out of coffee. Yes. Yeah, I think you're doing a good job of that. Like, you've always, as long as I've known, you had like a really good like ear for atmosphere and like organic sounds. So I can tell a bit what you're going for with like narrowing down your sound. Oh, we got an okay. Even Satan likes it. Sick. You can see that. Alright, just gonna let everyone know that this has been fun. We're gonna have to wrap it up in about 10 minutes though. Hopefully everything, once I get like my new audio interface and everything, I can start doing more production stuff. Yeah. I think next week is gonna be a mix at some point. And then videos. And on Christmas, you get a bootleg. Because why not? You can rewind to the beginning of the stream to hear it. Or a version of it. Like that. I've been doing that too lately. Yeah, that's a good thing I love about like more minimal tracks is you have to be so much more like careful to not make it boring or repetitive, but then not make it too much to where there's too much going on. Like there's like a sweet spot you gotta hit, and like things like that where it like differs with a different sound or something, and like a different 4-bar, 8-bar phrase really helps. Just push things along. Like if you aren't familiar and you are like with Jam Thieves, I think they got it down basically. Of like minimalist D&B, like the only thing is there is what there needs to be, and it never gets boring. It just rolls along, especially in a mix. Like that's when I like first got into them, is listening to one of their mixes. What interface am I getting? A RME Babyface Pro, because I don't want to listen to that right now. It's Christmas, but not that much Christmas. Like I have a Focusrite Claret, which is great. The audio quality, all that recording, it's great. The drivers with Windows are terrible. It crashed on me 4 times yesterday morning while I was trying to work on a project. It usually crashes daily. It's been increasingly daily since like 2 months ago. And it's like, I just can't do that. Also, it's super difficult to do live streams because like this weird workaround that I can't like actively, it's hard to like actively make ideas because there's so much latency. And then if it works, like if you come around like oh, I'll have a live stream at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it's like, oh, we finally got started, or I'm just going to do a mix because this isn't working out. Yeah. So hopefully, and it should, like once I get it, work a lot better for these kind of things. And then it's supposed to be like rock solid on Windows as well. Like I've never heard a bad complaint about RME. So I'm just going to go with it, with like the cheapest one they have, which is still pretty expensive, but I can sell this one because it's like maybe a year old and it's just dusty. So on the top. So yeah, we're going to wrap this up and let you listen to this. It's I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's a dub, basically, if you want to call it that. I think I sent it around to a few people. I think I sent it to Patron, and then Scalagram probably has it. I don't know. If you don't, I'll send it to you, but here we go. I'm not too solid on it. The drums are a little... Every other day I feel something different about it. I don't know.
To truly feel something real.
Yeah, it's easy to do. I will get back to you with that idea, the track idea thing. It's always nice to have you around.
We gather together
There's also the dog. All right, well,
to feed off the magic,
or I'll just
the tempo, the beat, the sound, the history, the soul. All of this to truly feel something real.
So I tried going with like a mono snare, which is hard to do and do right, I feel, just to create like a nice space. So I feel it feels a little weak to me, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, because I've heard it 100 times and over. You know? actual piano riff I could play myself. Yeah, I'm not that great at pianist, but I can do chords.
Something real. We gather together to feed
Yeah, it's like a
off the magic,
kalimba, like a toy piano kind of sound.
to truly feel something real.
Yeah, Ralph made it in. Yeah, I'm not sure about this section right here. It feels a little empty, but I think it works if you expect it.
Something real.
So I don't know if like the little feels with like the choiry feels are too repetitive.
Did you know that?
Hey, Ledge, you've made it in. Or maybe you've already been here. I don't know. Lurking.
We
Yeah.
gather together to feed off the magic, to truly feel something real.
Yeah, that's that. Someone just thought of like that little clap loop that goes back and forth. I feel like it's a like the idea is basically I did that in a track. I think it was Night's Fall when I first like found and used it. Yeah, I agree with the vocal stuff for sure. But I feel like it's like when you hear it later in like different tracks, it kind of calls back and it kind of really enhances like or gives you like a feeling of like your own sonic palette. I think I got it from like listening to London Electricity. Like if you listen to his music now, you can hear samples that he used way back in like his earlier albums, but he might have just fixed them so they sound a bit better or something. And I think that's like a cool thing because like if you listen and follow somebody's like musical, I don't know, discography, whatever, it's cool to hear things that you heard a long time ago, but in like a different context. So at some point, it's like, oh, he did that this time, and then he did that this time, and I don't know, just an idea. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for everyone for hanging out. Thanks for all submitting tracks. It was actually a really good time. Because I know like feedback streams can get terrible, especially when there's a ton of people. Like I don't know how bigger, like I guess streamers or whatever people do it when there's like 100 or 60, 100 people and they're like, listen to my track. And then other people get like super, what's the word? Like impatient. So they're just like, this is shit. Let's move on to the next track. It's like, come on. But yeah, all of them have been great. So yeah, this will be consistent. A consistent thing, like I said, bi-weekly, I think every other week. Or every other week. And any time between that, just send me a track and I'll do it. Or stick it in the Discord and like the music, the one of these. Share your music, Whip channel, or any of that. And someone else will listen to it. And we'll all hopefully help each other get better. All we can really hope for, I guess, is to get better. Or we can work on getting worse. Like, if I could forget everything I knew right now. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's been fun. Bootleg on Christmas. Maybe before. Definitely before if you're in the Discord. Like, I'll probably post it like tomorrow or later today if I finish it. But yeah, that's it. That's it for today. It's been fun. This has been the first episode of, what the hell did I call this? Feedback sessions. There we go. With me. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Until the next time. I don't know how to sign out of these things. Anyway, later.